Now we have another special guest, Ferose VR, Senior Vice President and Head, SAP Academy for Engineering. Sir, you work for a corporate. You also run a foundation of your own, the India Inclusion Foundation. What kind of role could corporate India be playing in support of this cause?
Thank you. Firstly, thank you for inviting me to this amazing initiative. My take is that, the pandemic is really a marathon in the sense that it is very different from a natural disaster which starts and ends. This is going to be with us for the next few months, if not years. And so we have to really look at a long-term solution. I don't think we can solve the problem by doing Diwali gifting, and corporates do have their CSR budgets. But my personal take has been that this sector has been left behind in the technology movement that we have had in the country. I've had some outstanding artisans whom I know personally, and they don't even have a basic thing like a website to showcase their artwork. So I think we have to look at it holistically. While I think there are three different stages. What is it that you can do at a personal level? And like many of you said, we can start buying from our local artisans. But even at a corporate level, I think we have to start looking at what are the policy changes that we can do from a corporate point before we go to a government sector. Just to give you two simple examples of what we have done in our own small ways. I'm based in California. I work for SAP. When we built our own SAP Academy campus, the first thing we said is all the paintings in the new office has to be procured locally. So that was a very simple thing to do and can be done. We tied up, for example, even with a local bookstore. We said we want to support mom and pop bookstores. So every time we have either an author coming in, we said we will buy from the local bookstore, not from the big online companies. So I think there has to be, number one, a policy level change, because as I said, this issue, this pandemic is not going to go away immediately. So what are the policy level changes that we can do? At a macro level, and if you've looked at all challenges that we've faced, and this is by far the biggest one we will face probably in our lifetime, I believe the core is when we focus on what I call as Seva, Sangha, and Simran, which is service, community, and introspection. If we do that, I think we can drive a large-scale change.
Yeah, that's actually very, very heartwarming to hear. And also, we've seen historically, and you've seen it in California, the society gives huge incentives to certain sectors for 10, 15 years to boost them. Maybe tax breaks, maybe ensure that the middleman doesn't take most of the chunk of the price, and that the government doesn't put high GST on it. All kinds of things we could do for the next 10 years, a 10-year program to boost and incentivize financially this sector. Because after doing that, and after a good promotion, it'll stand on its own feet, because you feel there's an inherent quality there, isn't it?
Absolutely, Dr. Roy. And as I said, I get disappointed when we think short term. And the pandemic is a classic example that we have to think long term, because Diwali will come and go, but our artisans' challenges will remain. So really we have to introspect and think long term.
The importance of introspecting and thinking long term. Ferose, thank you so much for being with us.